Hello everyone, John Runner 88 here with another Star Wars figures review. This time it is the Heir to the Empire 3-pack. We have our Grand Admiral Thrawn. Let's get him sideways so you can see him. Pretty nice artwork. I'm pretty sure all these are lifted from the comics. Not 100% sure. Didn't look too much into it. Or they could be just new depictions, who knows. There's Jorus C'baoth, I believe is how some people pronounce it, and this one is, people pronounce his name all sorts of different ways, so who's really to know? It's Star Wars, you can be Han or Han, and it's Captain Gilead Pellaeon. Now, let's start off with the kind of the dud of the group, if you ask me. It's going to be Thrawn, because we've pretty much gotten this exact figure before, or I think he had like the straight pants up here, and mine, his eyes aren't super straight. This one's shifted over a little bit, but again, it's kind of the dud for me, so I'm not too concerned about it. They did do up a whole new torso for him, just to have little like peg holes to put that in. I don't know why they did that, if they've got plans for anything else as far as using this torso, but it seems like a waste of money if you ask me. They could have just done the shoulder loop thing that they've been doing with a lot of shoulder pads, or just glued them on, you know? I think just gluing them on would have been perfectly fine. Other than that, pretty much same officer body we've gotten. I did notice that I didn't check any of my older figures, but they actually painted like the little like button there, which is cool, a little like circlet thing. I think that's a nice little detail. They did that on Pellaeon too. I don't believe we've seen that before, because I probably would have noticed it before. We'll put him off to the side. We'll look at his other accessory. This is the accessory I was most excited about with him, because this is pretty much the only accessory he has. It's a Salamari, I believe. Salamari, however you want to pronounce it. It's alright, might do a little wash to him just to kind of bring out those details, but they did paint the underbody, which is nice. He's got his 4 little eyes, 2 on each side. So he's looking good. Stays on his neck alright, falls off pretty easy, but you know, if you just got him sitting on a shelf, it'll sit there pretty good. Be nice if it kind of clipped on a little bit better. Then we'll move on to Pellaeon, because he's, honestly, this is probably one of the best likenesses we've had in the vintage collection. I mean, it's so good. Like, it looks just like the actor. Because they did do this likeness, it's based off of the actor from, he showed up in The Mandalorian. And surprised he didn't show up in Ahsoka, but I'm sure he'll be in Season 2. When he, like, rendezvous with Thrawn. But yeah, the likeness is awesome. His hat is glued onto his head this time, which, I mean, it looks better, but I do like the ability to, you know, just have like a functioning hat, because then you can just, you know, it makes like customizing more fun when you can, when you're not tied down to, you know, certain little accessories like that being glued on. But he's, you know, it's good for this set, I think, but I really do believe that we're going to be getting another release of him, considering that this is his live-action depiction, and you can obviously see that, like, on this card art, that is not what he looks like. He does have, like, a bigger mustache in the artwork and stuff, so he's obviously based off of the actor's likeness, so we'll probably see a single-carded release of him down the line. I'll get that out of there, and you can see that little circlet is also painted on his belt. So, thankfully, Pellaeon's eyes look superb on mine. They're not shifted over at all, nice and straight, looking good. So, excited about that. You know, just another officer. He can show up in any Imperial display you want. And then we have Jorus, however you want to pronounce it. And, you know, he's looking good. He's getting some kind of like Gandalf-y vibes going. And just again, like, I mean, the wash is great on his hair. I think it looks really good. It's all over. It's not just in like it's like, not like it's just on the beard or something, and the hair's like just kind of stark plastic color. It's all over the place, so it looks good. The likeness to just whatever, you know. Hasbro's been doing a really good job of kind of just making up faces, I guess. I don't know. He's got his, electric hands, his force lightning. Looks good. Could have painted a little further up onto the fingers, but I mean, it is what it is. It'd been cool if he came with a second one, because in most of the artwork, or a lot of the famous artwork of him, he's doing kind of like the double hands, blasting it. But they cleverly only showed that hand on the card art, so, they're trying to get around it. But you can see it up in the corner. There's a little lightning from his left hand there. But, I mean, a lot of us probably have the Emperor, and he has two hands. One of them's kind of corroded looking, or they look kind of corroded, but you could definitely pop those on if you want and get him in that pose. I'm not a huge fan of when they do sleeves like this, especially like if you want to put him in that pose, like his sleeves just sticking up. But, I mean, there's not much you can do about the type of sleeve, because if you have it like bunched up, it's not going to look as great like this, and if you have it up here, it's not going to be poking out, so it's not too, unless, the only thing you can really do is soft goods, and that'd be crazy. But speaking of soft goods, they got them on the bottom here, and it's really good. It's a nice flexible material, gets out of the way. He's got his lightsaber here, which is a nice dark metallic gray, looks great. Show his lightsaber real quick as well, and oh, there we go. And right there. And this is actually, looks a lot like, kind of like Aayla Secura's lightsaber and stuff. And I don't believe the one that we got with like the Clone Wars release had the like straight blade like this, like the new style that they've been doing without the like effects at the top or at the base. So it'd be interesting if they did that on purpose. And I didn't look at any artwork to see if his saber actually is styled like this. But, so back to the soft goods. Now, this is where I take a little issue with this figure, because you are not telling me that this man is actually wearing pants under here. Come on now. You know he is commando under those long robes there. But I'm curious about these pants, because I don't know. Again, haven't like looked into a bunch of different figures, but it'd be interesting if they tooled up new legs for him up here, because these are very kind of like plain, be easily used for a lot of different people. He's got these funky like boot sandals here, showing off the dogs. Again, I'm definitely gonna look up some artwork to see if like we see any. I mean, I don't think we'd see up here in any of the artwork, but definitely maybe showing off some like boot cuff things or whatever, These just don't feel like you're airing the dogs out, and you're gonna be sweating in your shins here. So I don't know what Jorus is up to here, but that's that. But yeah, interesting that they got they've got these legs up here. Again, don't know if they're from anything, but definitely able to be reused on plenty of different figures, I'm sure. Also, I'm curious about the torso. I'm wondering if that is Maul's torso from his Season 7 Clone Wars. It could very well be, at least like underneath, like because he did have a bare torso underneath, and then there was like an overlay to add the cloth, or cloth. But he's got his medallion. You have to pop his head off to put that on. And then there's a slight issue with like under here where you can see like his skin tone under there. So I might like paint that a little bit just to hide it, just because just pops out a little bit when you're doing like poses and stuff. But yeah, I think overall he's a pretty great figure. This is definitely showing us what we can expect with Kenobi. Actually, those might be for Ben Kenobi. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to use the exact same paints on him. At least upper thighs. You know, that's probably what they're going to do with that. That's probably why they tooled it up. Tooled up for Kenobi. Gave it to some Jorus, he was supposed to be an Obi-Wan clone. I know a little bit about Heir of the Empire, not too much, but he was originally going to be an Obi-Wan clone, but I guess George Lucas or somebody said, no, no thank you, so they changed it. But, it's a great looking figure. His lightsaber can peg in right there. Not sure how that goes on his belt. Maybe he just uses the Force, because there's no, like, latches or anything. He's just got a cloth there, so... Not sure how it works, but it does. The Force works in mysterious ways, as you know. But yeah, I think that's going to about do it. We got our 3 figures from Heir to the Empire. Surprised they didn't do the Mads Mikkelsen portrait of Thrawn for this set. I mean, they may have been kind of being produced around the same time, so maybe they weren't able to, but we got a nice blurry image for you. We're still going to keep it blurry for you. Nah, it's fine. But yeah, we got our 3 characters here. Did you pick up this set? Saw somebody online, they picked up like 7 of them, because they want them to look good. And you know what? It's fine by that. Fine by me. Do whatever you do. Collect however you want to collect. I just got 1 set. Lucked out with the 2 characters I was most excited about. Thrawn, it's whatever. I got my other Thrawn. I can throw that Salamari on, so not too broken up about it. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Go follow me over on Instagram as well. I'm JohnRunner88 over there as well. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.